Alright, welcome back to More Than Peaches Gaming. I'm your host, Mune, and today I'm going to bring you back to the world of Chrono Trigger. You know, the beloved classic, the one from good old Super Nintendo. This run is going to be an exclusive kind of run. I don't think anybody's actually done a run like this, but the nature of this challenge is Chrono is broke. He has no money, he cannot acquire money, he can't spend money of any kind, any currency whatsoever. That means items that he picks up for trades in prehistoric, no go. Can't use them to exchange. Silver points, no go. So we're going to go ahead and start the game on active. Now, leaving the default name as Chrono. Fair game is anything you pick up. However, money is just out of sight, out of mind. So we start off the game, we're waking up to our great morning, and we know this is going to be a great adventure. Curtains are open, and believe it or not, excited for the fair. Maybe. We're going to roll out of bed first. Just like any child in their lives, probably was up way too late, couldn't sleep, and then when they finally could sleep, slept in. Talked to Mom. She forgot my name of my only friend. Great job, Mom. And then we're off to the fair. And didn't bring my wallet. So we move forward. We're going to go ahead and ransack everywhere that we can think of around all of the current timeline. Now, unfortunately, sometimes these treasure chests have money in them. Disappointing. Other times they have essential items, like shelters. Run into a girl. And then we're going to proceed to just leave her name as it is, as Marl. And move right into the next stage of the story. Moving quickly along, we're going to go ahead and go explore the forest for a few quick items, kill a few enemies. Go back home, get some rest, because this is probably one of the only places where you can snooze for free. Can't go to the Chorus Inn because we don't have any money. Can't go to Truce Inn because we don't have any money. So go back into the past. We pick up ourselves some shelters. This will be an important spot to be back and forth with. Ransack the castle, get ourselves a frog, and move forward to our first official boss fight. And with a nice timed X strike, take him down. This will be a common theme as we proceed. You're going to see a bunch of boss fights. Alright, get proven innocent, but you know how it goes. Still put into a cell. Then we proceed to jailbreak. All the while, taking down every boss that we can think of. They can't stop this run. Take down our next boss in the future. After our slight mishaps. Pick up our robot. And then we decide that we're gonna have to leave one of the two gals behind. So we decide to take Luca with us. And I don't know if it was the right choice. We'll find out. Maybe future me will regret this. Alright, so we'll wander off. We go to our first boss fight with robot in tow, but the robot's out, and Luca's down. Take down the robots. Try our hands using magic. Spico really is teaching us a lesson here. We're no match for him. Try to take down Hakran. Starting to see a little bit of a trend. Always got somebody down when you fight a boss. But luckily we're getting better. Taking down one boss at a time. Take down Zombor. Then Masamune. Getting kind of close calls. I hate to say it. After getting Ayla and trying out the Sweetwater, again, a replacement for that Sweet Bed. Finally take out Nizbel after a very long battle. We're moving forward. When I mean long, I meant long. Taking down Slash, or should I say he took me down. Man, what an upset. My first game over. Came back for a rematch after grinding out a few levels. I finally took down Slash. Proceeded over to Flea. Didn't have really much of an issue with her. She was a lot easier than I thought she would be. And then we went over to take on Magus. Well-timed Masamune strike from Frog. Took him down. And we proceeded to the next story beat. A rematch with Nizbel. This match was a lot faster now that I had a lot more powerful attacks. And he was kind of a mid-boss anyway, right? Back to Chrono and Azela. Not so bad. Picked them down in a nice timely manner with the counter was at 1. And we proceeded on to our next part of the adventure. Trying to take down a golem and failing. Luckily for this is not considered a game over. Crawley was a laughingstock. I decided to record the entire battle here because of how quick it was. Can you believe this? What was that? 4 hits? Yeah, 4 hits. Good thing I didn't come down here sooner. Might have been a mess. And we proceed to Mount Woe. Here we take on this Mud Imp. We took down the 2 beasts. This guy was a pain in the butt. Always is a pain in the butt. Has increased defense while the beasts are alive. Went to Giga, took out his arms, and just kind of pounded him. Yep. Not exactly a formidable boss. Yep, and I got my confuse. That's going to come in handy. Followed with the Battle of Dalton. Using kind of the same tactics I've been using on pretty much any boss. Just have to make sure my health is up and be able to survive his final attack. Then it's fighting the Golem twins. Took out the twins. Luckily for me, well-timed counterattacks basically meant that I did not get hit by any of their burps. Can you believe that? And using lightning on them really does wonders. As well as having lightning absorbing armor. Lavos, well, to be expected, he kind of one-shot me. Taking down Dalton Plus. Not much of a challenge. Get Magus in our party. And then we have the side quest gig. Put one of the monitors to sleep, destroyed the other 2, and took down Mother Brain. We did take down Andros. She wasn't very hard because we kept Robo in the party, and he was pretty well fleshed out. The rest of Chrono gave us a good run, but luckily for me, I knew kind of how to fight the thing, and we were able to take it down. We proceeded to Yarkra 13, and you might be imagining and asking the question, why am I going through all of these quests? Well, beating this boss in particular gets me the Rainbow Helms, or a single Rainbow Dress. Rainbow Helms are way more important in this case. Best for first-time playthrough. Going to the future basically got me Robo's best weapon. Came here to just kind of get the little bit of extra experience points and tech points. Not a whole lot there. Flea ran away. And then took down the Red Knight. Without much of an issue. Again, this is just more experience. And then trying to unlock Ayla's final tech, because that's going to be essential for potentially fighting the final boss, but getting as many tech points as I can and experience points from good places. At this point, I was up against a wall, and that is what to do next. So at this point, I decided to go fight Lavos, and there's a lot of reasons why. One, some of the side quests are locked out. And two, well, I can do the Black Omen, but then I'd have to fight the Boss Gauntlet. And I could take care of the Boss Gauntlet beforehand, but at the same time I was just like, well, let's just go ahead and finish this. So we decided to go ahead and ram right into Lavos. Skip the entire outer shell entirely. And here we are. Final boss time. We got this, guys. We got this. Yes, this is Lavos, like the inside of him. So at this point, I'm like upper 30s, lower 40s. Let's take him on. And the doors to Doom open. That was fun. And with that, our second game over. Kind of just cut out most of that ending and just kind of went to the end for more of an effect. The future refused to change, so we failed. On to our second attempt. We adjusted some stuff. We're like, okay, if we just need more health, we can deal with this. This will be fine. That's what we were missing. You're just missing health and good strategy. Then the doors of Doom open. And see, it did. We survived. That was the important part. Except for Luca goes down first. Robo is trying to do some healing. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. So I put up a shield. Give it some heal. Get hit a few times, so as expected, I'm gonna get this. And then what happens thereafter? The doors of Doom open again, leaving Robo on the ground, more without anything really going for her. So I try to heal up, thinking, hey, maybe I can still salvage this. He engages his main body, so I'm like, okay, maybe he's going to do something different. So I haste myself up, in anticipation that I'm going to have to do some massive quick healing and reviving. And he opens the doors to Doom, the doors of Doom again. Can Can you believe it? Again for the third time. And then I try to heal up, and then, yep, game over again. So, at this point I realize, hey, he's moving kind of fast. Let's go ahead and slow him down. And it takes me a moment to remember where certain things are in my settings. I'm like, okay, we slowed him down. The message speed doesn't really do anything. And I was looking around, I'm like, okay, how do you turn off active mode and put it to wait? Because I think that's what was really killing me, is he's just moving so fast while I'm in my menus and so forth. So I'm looking around, I'm like, where is it? It's got to be here somewhere. And then it dawns upon me. It's right there. So I get all ready to go again, and we go in for a third try. Alright, about this point I realize, yeah, things are going well. Or maybe not. So first I get hit by the disabling status immunities, and then get hit with confusion. Robo gets confused, but I quickly take the mark and get him out of that predicament. Fortunately, I'm not really fast enough for that. Enemy more or less follows up with this attack. Great. Does a lot of damage to the party, and 2 of them die. Wasted Mega Elixir at that point on Luca. And then I get disabled on Luca. After about a moment, like, okay, what can I do? Well, Obstacle follows up, and Robo dies, and Luca's confused. She misses her shot. I get hit. I'm out of confusion. So I'm like, alright, I got this. I was just gonna build, and then he stops me. Go figure. So I'm stopped, which means I'm at the whim of this damn thing. Takes a moment to gloat in his healing. And then my stop wears off just in time for this to go off again. And I am still alive, go figure. I mean, stop is still in effect here for a moment. And then I'm out of stop. But then obstacle comes again. And I die. Very much. But the future refused to change. So at this point, I'm giving it some serious thought. I'm like, okay, this isn't working. I need to use somebody else. Completely different team. Except for Robo. Because Robo is the OP healer. Go figure. So I decide, hey, I'm going to bring Frog. Because of the limitations of the game, the challenge is that I couldn't get the new Masamune because that required money to pay for the repairs. So, sorry, that's out of the question. All of his other weapons that are post Masamune, like the original Masamune, you can only get from shops. So, I was left high and dry. My best weapon with him was, well, the original Masamune. The one that you actually forge. No power-ups or anything. I figure, hey, a red mail is probably going to be okay. And at this point, I'm just like, what's more important? More defense? More health? It's a hard toss-up. I eventually decide to just do health, because health is where it's at. Ayla's weapon, pretty much self-explanatory. She has a fist. I already picked up Robo's ultimate weapon, so we're good there. Kaiser arm, and then we remember to adjust our speeds. And I decide to make the message be a little bit slower. That way I can read everything. Alright, and then we go in. This is a totally different strategy, and the idea is I want to be able to survive the hits. Okay? And I'm taking out enemies, in this case with the Dino Tail whenever my health gets low. I take out the right arm first, follow it up with destroying the left arm. and then I hard focus the main body. As you can kind of see, everything looks pretty good, but because these battles are back to back, you don't really have a whole lot of time to do much. So I start off by destroying the left bit, and we beat on the enemy for a while, and then he revives the left bit, and then immediately does Invading Light to inflict slow. And I just kind of included these ultimate attacks because you can kind of get the grasp of what I'm dealing with for damage. This one's not so bad, it only reduces me to half health. Whenever I get low on health with Ayla, I just follow it up with the Dino Tail, and then I heal the party as a whole. Frog is just there as a healer, and the damage dealer obviously is Ayla, and then Robo just kind of goes back and forth. So I get hit by this attack, and it actually kills my Ayla. I was like, holy crap, that did a lot of damage. And so I'm over here thinking, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And then I finally make the decision. I should probably just revive her. I'm not going to make this any other way. And then immediately, well, use my last Mega Elixir. I think I came into this with like 3 Mega Elixirs. So I used all 3 of them. And I just kept up the onslaught. You know, Shock does a lot of damage to all enemies as long as it's not the left bit, because the left bit absorbs that stuff. So I knocked out the first one, and almost immediately after destroying the middle one, they both revive. I was like, are you kidding me? So I start wailing on the left bit again, and then I focus on, you know, trying to do as much damage as I can to the other bits. And that left bit ended up dying like 3 times. The ultimate physical attack, luckily for me, did not do a ton of damage, but again, always got to follow it up with those Dino Tails, you know. Luckily for me, I had a Frenzy Band on, so I was counterattacking every time Time Warp went on. And this is one of those moments where I'm like, oh yeah, Dino Tail, go in. And that was my strategy for this battle. With that, the right bit is dead. Can you beat Chrono Trigger without using the in-game currency? Yes. Yes, you can. Though it could be a little bit challenging if you kind of just rush through it. And thank you for watching, and until next time.